Greetings once again, my friends, my fellow Star Trek fans, my fellow movie fans, my fellow history buffs, and my fellow lovers of everything interesting. In particular, this video today, we're going to talk about Jaws. So my fellow Jaws fans, it's summer. It's officially summer in New England, and that means that it's time for the summer classic Jaws. Or at least, it doesn't have the same effect seeing it, in January as it does in July. But what I want to present to you guys today, this is going to be a really fun video. I'm going to show you guys the Jaws Amity Island Summer Kit of 1975. And this is from Dr. Collector. Beach closed by order of the Amity PD. You remember Chief Brody telling his assistant that, or I'm not sure what the name of the constable was. But anyway, you can see that iconic painting of the beautiful great white shark. Looking at the cover, you can see that iconic logo with Chrissy swimming in the water, totally unaware of what's about to get her. Dun, 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 dun. So they got all kinds of fun things in here. So this is going to flash us back to 1975, just as if we were going to be visiting Amity Island. So this is going to be really fun. So let's check out the sides of the box. You can see it's basically just a continuation of the cover. There's nothing on the top and nothing on the bottom. Again, it's all the same kind of continuation of the front. So when we go to the back, you can actually see what's included. We've got you guys remember that billboard for Amity Island? And they had, they vandalized it. They actually put a shark fin, and they had that girl saying, "Help shark." And that pretty much irritated Mayor Vaughn. He had told Chief Brody that he wanted those little bastards hung up by their Buster Browns. Sick vandalism. Anyway, this is a beach towel. You can see the Amity Gazette, the newspaper that would have carried the information on the shark attacks. There's a couple of other things. I'm not sure what they are. It looks like a Amity Island map. We got a little shark, a little Bruce, the beach closed, the police tape, and we have some other things. You're going down on the bottom, you can see a little bit of information. Open the box of memories of the summer of 1975 on Amity Island and relive your most chilling episode in the history of the charming New England community. The Amity Island Summer of 75 kit contains souvenirs from the island of that fateful year when a great white shark brought terror to its beaches. And the kit contains the introduction letter, the beach towel, the brochure map, the ferry ticket, that's pretty cool, the anti-stress shark, a copy of the Amity Gazette, 2 stickers, quince keyring made of wood, tin button, vote for Larry, tin button, Amity Surf Shop, coupon sheets, Amity Island postcard, the warning tape from the Amity PD, and the Amity Beach Arcade flyer. So this is going to be really fun. I don't see a date when this was released, drcollector.com, but what I do is I like to put up the year that everything was created that I show you. So basically that's the outside of the box. So this is going to be really fun, guys. So why don't we go over to the desk where there's more room and there's more light, and I'll show you guys the fun pack from Amity Island from 1975. All right, we got a lot more space and a lot more light here. I'll show you guys Chrissy swimming in the water, and again, clueless to what's going to happen. And let's go ahead and open it up. Looks like there's something on the... So this is actually its own piece of paper. So let's put that over there. And look at the back. So that looks like after the shark had been blown up and going down, there's shark blood, there's blood in the water. And you can see there's more information. Would you dare to spend a vacation on Amity Island? Of course I would. Open a box of memories of the summer of 1975 on Amity Island and relive the most chilling episode in the history of this charming New England community. The Amity Island Summer 75 kit contains souvenirs from the island and the fateful year when a great white shark brought terror to the beaches. So it's the same thing that's on that section. So let's go ahead and open up the box. And I like to keep it so there. You can keep the plastic on just to protect it. All right. So, oh man, I love it. So we're going to start out with the newspaper, the Amity Gazette. Check it out, guys. And this is Saturday, July 5th, 1975. The Amity Gazette, this is volume 129, number 71. Shark claims its fourth victim on July 4th. The strong surveillance device could not prevent the misfortune. I love it. Look at the pictures. They're showing the orca, and they're showing the pond, and you can see the beach with the swimmers when they're panicking, when they were told to get out of the water. You can see the tiger shark that was caught. The photo is by H. Meadows. A man died yesterday in Amity Island's Town Beach after being attacked by a shark during the 4th of July celebrations. This victim is the fourth allegedly produced by the same shark, after the recent deaths of Christine Watkins, Alexander M. Kittner, and Benjamin Gardner. Despite warnings from local police chief Martin Brody, assisted by specialist Matthew Hooper of the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute, authorities decided to leave the beaches open for Independence Day celebrations after they had been closed for a short period following the death of Kittner. Amity Island Mayor Lawrence Vaughn says the decision was made because of the lack of conclusive evidence that the previous incidents were due to a shark attack and the fact that a group of local fishermen had already caught a dangerous shark that week. I am pleased and happy to repeat the news that we have in fact caught and killed a large predator that supposedly injured some bathers. Mayor Vaughn told a television news outlet shortly before yesterday's incident from Town Beach, but as you can see, it's a beautiful day, the beaches are open, and people are having a wonderful time. Amity, as you know, means friendship. On the other hand, marine biologist Matthew Hooper acknowledged to the Gazette that the hunted specimen, a tiger shark, was in fact very rare in these waters. He definitely is a man-eater. However, Hooper continued that the fact that the bite radius on this animal is different from the wounds on the victim, referring to Chrissy Watkins, allegedly to the first victim of the shark that created the panic yesterday in Town Beach, whose body was found severely mutilated in South Beach last Sunday. Her death was initially attributed to a ship's propellers, according to a forensic report issued by Carl Santos, the local coroner. However, after inspecting the entrails of the shark, Hooper concluded without any doubt that it was not the animal responsible for the death of Alexander Kittner. What I've heard and what I've seen are two different things, Hooper told media yesterday before embarking on his boat, the Fascination Rhythm, to help with beach surveillance. I believe there is a large great white shark, Carcharodon calcareus, in the waters off this very beach, and that he has killed and will kill again. Unfortunately, Hooper's predictions came true when the shark evaded the surveillance posted along Town Beach, entering the estuary and attacking the 44-year-old. TJ Deputy Hendricks told the Gazette how it was possible for a huge white shark to go unnoticed in such shallow waters that were being watched by numerous patrolmen as well as volunteers. At the time when everyone had already dared to enter the water, someone began shouting "shark." There was immediate panic and people stampeded towards the shore, causing some minor injuries and trauma. Chief Brody, who was on the beach, told those of the patrolling in the waters to approach the coast. About 300 feet away from the beach, we saw a fin protruding from the water, and immediately all the officers pointed their guns at it. Luckily, no one fired, as it turned out to be two boys. They played a stupid joke with a fin made of cardboard, and even greater misfortune could have occurred if someone had ended up shooting them, and they'd be in serious trouble. It was at that moment when virtually all the surveillance had been diverted to this false alarm, and the shark entered the estuary. The victim, T.G., a local Boy Scout leader, was practicing in the estuary when a huge shark overturned a small boat from which he was given instructions to a group of children. This caused him to fall into the water. He was then ripped to shreds in front of the horrified looks of children, including Michael Brody, who was 13 at the time, the son of Amity Island Police Chief Martin Brody, who needed hospital assistance after the event, but subsequently was unharmed. Eyewitnesses say that the deadly attack of the shark returned to the open sea. Until the threat is dissolved, the beaches have been definitely closed, and the 50th edition of the annual Amity Island Regatta was canceled. The authorities have declared 3 days of mourning. And on the bottom, we got the expert shark hired. This is when they hire Quint. You guys remember when he runs his fingernails down the chalkboard and he makes his case, and he ultimately gets hired. You can see his boat. B.M. Quint's boat, the Orca. After the dramatic events of the recent days, the municipality has officially decided to hire the services of a local expert shark hunter to capture the animal responsible for the deaths of 4 people. TG's death yesterday at the Town Beach estuary in front of hundreds of witnesses definitely made it clear that Amity Island had a serious problem with a large great white shark, threatening anyone who would enter the water. After the death of the boy, Alexander Kittner, who was 6, at Town Beach last Sunday, the concerned authorities and neighbors met with the Amity Town Council to discuss what action to take. Kittner's mother had previously offered a $3,000 reward, which is still in force, for anyone who caught and killed the shark responsible for her son's death. However, Bartholomew M. Quint, 48, a well-known shark hunter who runs a small whale oil business and a weekend fishing charter service in the west of the island, intervened during the meeting by offering his services to catch and kill the shark in question. He rejected Mrs. Kittner's rewards on the ground that it was insufficient for the job of this magnitude. "I value my neck a lot more than $3,000, Quint told attendees, assuring them that for that price he would find the shark, but he would catch it and kill it for $10,000. You got to make up your minds, Quint continued, addressing the island's workers and business owners. You're going to stay alive and ante up, or you're going to play it cheap and be on welfare the whole winter. Last Wednesday, the fisherman's raid caught a tiger shark, but that same night it was confirmed that was not responsible for the death of the Kittner boy after it was inspected by Oceanographic Institute expert Matthew Hooper. Given the lack, and you can see it's continued on page 2. Now this isn't the whole paper, it's just 2 pages. Alright, and there's a lot more information here. So, of success of local fishermen is hunting down the shark and subsequent deaths of fishermen Ben Gardner and Boy Scout leader T.J. The island's authorities finally decided to hire the services of Quint. Although in a local council meeting, Quint demanded to do the work alone, he finally agreed yesterday afternoon to take with him Police Chief Brody and Matthew Hooper, who will assist him as deckhands. It is expected that they will depart this morning after 2 assistants from the Oceanographic Institute arrive on the island with specialized equipment, which will be loaded on board the boat of Quint, which is, again, the Orca. And 1916, history repeats itself. I hope you guys can see that picture. According to various sources, Bartholomew Marion Quint is not the only experienced shark hunter, but also a survivor of one of the most dramatic shark attacks on record. On July 30th, 1945, Quint was aboard the USS Indianapolis, the ship that just a few days earlier delivered the components that would arm the 2 atomic bombs dropped on Japan on August 6th and August 9th of that year. The ship was hit around midnight by at least 2 Japanese torpedoes, sinking in just 12 minutes. Of its 1,196 crew members, some 880 managed to leave the ship and were left adrift, clinging to floating wrecks pieces. Given the secrecy of the mission, no distress signal was sent. During the following days, many of the shipwrecked who have not died in the wounds, thirst, fatigue, or terrible conditions, or victims of saltwater madness were devoured by a frenzy of sharks. Only 316 men survived, including Quint. Now, this is just a fictional movie, Jaws, but the Indianapolis was actually a real vessel, and I did a history on the USS Indianapolis. Between July 1st and July 12, 1916, 4 people were killed or injured in a series of shark attacks along the New Jersey coast. A heat wave coincided with the polio epidemic in the northeastern states, prompting thousands of people to flock to seaside resorts off the Jersey coast. High temperatures and increasing numbers of bathers led to the emergence of sharks in the region, where shark attacks are rare. It is necessary to go back the last days of June 1857 to find events of a similar nature. Between 24th and 30th of June of that year, 6 people died by being devoured by sharks in Cape Cod, which led some superstitious people to talk about the curse that is repeated every 59 years in the region. And I like this. This is a nice touch. Look, they have the Mrs. Kintner, the reward posted in the newspaper. The reward, a $3,000 bounty to the man or men who catch and kill the shark that killed Alex M. Kintner on Sunday, June 29th, the Amity Town Beach. Please contact Amity Town Council or the Amity Gazette to claim the reward. You remember the dog, Pippet, running around. He was munched by the shark. Is Pippet the 5th victim? The dog was last seen shortly before the disappearance of the Kintner boy. Stephen Porter of the Town Beach on the morning of June 29th with Pippet, his black Labrador retriever, known and loved by the entire island. From the shore, Potter threw a stick for Pippet, who happily went into the water and brought it back to its owner, and he would throw it again. Even though it was Sunday, there weren't many people that day. The weather was not excessively hot, and the water was relatively cold. Yet some people dared to swim, including a group of children, among them the missing Alexander M. Kintner, age 6 at the time. When the kids ran into the water, Potter lost sight of Pippet. It was only a few seconds, recalls Potter. I remember Pippet grabbing the stick and going back to the beach. Then the boys entered the water, splashing and screaming. I remember that was Chief Brody's boy, Mike, among them, continues Potter. When I turned around, Pippet wasn't there anymore. A few moments later, the shark allegedly dragged Kintner under the waters. Witnesses were puzzled, including Potter. At that moment, I could have sworn it was a shark. What else could it be? I saw something big and dark grab Kintner and drag him under the water among the red-colored foam. After Kintner's disappearance, Potter knew immediately that no one was going to care about his dog, no matter how beloved it was in the community. As sad as it was, at least we know what happened to the boy. But we don't know what happened about the dog. She was there, and the next moment, she was gone. I still cling to the hope that maybe she got scared of the island shark and ran away. Now, Pippet probably became shark food. 50th annual regatta canceled. The beaches are also closed until further notice. You can see Matt Hooper from the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute. A shark is attracted to the exact kind of splashing and activity that occurs whenever human beings go in the water. And this is funny, they actually put this into the paper. You remember when everybody was going after Chief Brody, from parking tickets to all kinds of different things? Well, one of the residents went after Chief Brody because the students, the karate students, were chopping his fences, and he was upset about it. Harry Kiesel claims that 9-year-old children have vandalized his fence. A few days now, some residents have been reporting the intentional breaking of their picket fences, as well as damage to the mailbox, advertising panels, and various elements of urban furniture in Amity Town. According to various witnesses, the perpetrators are children between the ages of 8 and 10 who practice karate strokes on everything they find in the street. Many neighbors insist on blaming the students at Amity Karate School, which opened in early May at the intersection of Water Street and Fisher Street. In a telephone interview, the school representative bluntly denied any responsibility to the Gazette. The first thing our students learn is to respectfully use the skills we teach here. It is very unlike any of these, the vandals, the students, or the center, said the head of the Amity Karate School. To Harry Kiesel, 74, the owner of Kiesel's bicycle rental in Water Street, this group of small vandals has broken several stakes on the fence in the front of his business, as well as the radios and several of his bicycles. With this shark stuff, nobody listens to us, laments Kiesel. I've been waiting for a call from Chief Brody since last Saturday. You can see a photograph of the vandalized fence. And the last thing is the 50th anniversary. The regatta has been canceled. The beaches are also closed until further notice. With 4 deaths attributed to the great white shark still at large in Amity Island's waters, organizers of the island's annual regatta and authorities have been forced to cancel this year's 50th edition of the event, which had been held since 1925. Louis Sherrill, a veteran regatta organizer and owner of the Sherrill Reality Company, lamented the misfortune. The 50th anniversary was going to be very special. My father, in glory, was one of the original founders of the Amity Sailing Cup and was able to carry it forward after year, despite adversity, even during the war, when almost all the boys in the island left for Europe and the Pacific. Cheryl recalls, and now a stupid fish has come to break the streak right in the 50th anniversary, damn it. We have little doubt that the Cocaridon coccaridus, a great white shark of an unusually large size, Matthew Hooper, the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute in Massachusetts. He told the Gazette yesterday the animals, even more moderate in size, can overturn small boats, pierce hulls, and even jump out of the water to catch their prey. And you guys have seen that on Shark Week. I love when they do that. Closed beaches. The shark is attracted to the exact kind of splashing and activity that occurs when a human being goes swimming in the water. Hooper said, "We must not forget that white sharks are territorial. This means that they have to get a place where there is food, and they stay there until it's gone. There are only 2 ways to get rid of the shark: hunt it or cut off the flow of food long enough until it leaves or looks for elsewhere to eat." In the middle of the summer season, the island cannot afford to wait for the shark to decide to leave, so the authorities have already put in place a plan to hunt the shark as soon as possible. In the meantime, the beaches must remain closed. Yesterday afternoon, the shark attack on a Town Beach estuary, local Amity Island police began sealing the island's beaches with warning signs. This was done using the same special device that was used the morning to monitor, with little success. The municipal beach, consisting of reinforcements sent to the mainland in addition to the extra summer deputies as well as volunteers. It's a very unpopular measure. During the emergency meeting held on the Monday in the town council following the death last Sunday of the Kittner boy in Town Beach, Police Chief Martin Brody outlined his action plan, which consisted of putting on extra summer deputies as soon as possible and deploying the shark spotters on the beach, bringing in some extra experts from the Oceanographic Institute on the main island, and closing the beaches until the threat has been dissolved. The proposal of this last measure generated notable opposition among those present, raising a great stir in the room, given that the annual economy of the island event, it depends to a great extent on the beaches being open during the summer seasons. Popular pressure of the lack of exclusive evidence about the shark's responsibility for the deaths of Christine Watkins last week and Alexander Kittner the next day led authorities to implement beach closures for only 24 hours. "It is not because I own a motel," said Amanda Taft, who runs the Beachside Motel in South Beach, after the board meeting, but beach closes are going to do more damage to the community than that fish that no one seems to be able to find. So this is, I love this. This is awesome that they had done that. They made a replica of the newspaper, and that is just fantastic. So let's start off. We have like a letter. says, Dear Jackie, how are you? Friday, June 27th, 1975. How's your poor leg? Do you know when they're taking the cast off? I'm writing to you in my grandpa's old Olympia SM3. My father found it this morning in the attic and gave it to me because he wants me to be a writer like him. In here, sweetheart. We arrived okay at Amity Island yesterday. Like every summer, my mother didn't let us go out until we had finished getting the house ready for the holidays. Everything was pretty good except for some broken fence slats and my father's going on a rampage. But he got over it quickly. With the excitement of this year's regatta, he always says, this time I'm winning. Ha ha ha, no way. So this is actually like a letter. And it's kind of like a diary of the events that are going on. Today we went on a fishing trip with a certain Quint. The man is crazy but is very respected in the island for hunting sharks like nobody else. He has spent most of the trip carving wooden key rings. He has given us one. I didn't feel like going, but in the end, it wasn't that bad. Let's see, it says a shark was caught yesterday. The beaches are open again, thank goodness. Now almost every stand on the beach is selling these little toy sharks. And this letter coincides with a lot of the things that's in the kit. You won't believe it. We only been here about a week and tomorrow we have to go back. The regatta has been canceled, my father is still going ballistic, and the beaches are going to be closed until God knows when, so the holidays on Amity Island have been ruined. As it turns out, yesterday another guy was killed on a beach by a huge shark. I was with Tammy and Doug having ice cream when it happened. My brother was in the pond with his friends and saw it all up close. The poor kid was in shock, so the party is over. So it gives another recollections of what's going on at the time. So like a diary almost. Let's see, what's this? Independence Day celebration, Amity Island. So this is ticket number 06153. This is for the ferry, round trip transfer, plus ice cream at the town beach, hot dogs, nice, fireworks on board, the barbecue dinner, and the open bar. Sign me up. Friday, July 4th, 1975, and this is Amity Island Steamship Authority. Love it. This is a nice touch. And this is for 2 adults, passenger travel at their own risk. $28. That's not too bad. Let's see, what do we got? These look like these could be business cards or coupons. We've got Fogarty Photography. We can half off film developing. 34 Water Street, Amity Island. Then we've got Randy Bear Tavern. Visit us, 17 Hohen Lane Street. 15% off the total bill, excluding alcohol. Oh well, we can still get a steak. Amity Beach Arcade. That sounds like fun. Visit us on Amity Town Beach and we get 1 free play with this coupon. And then we've got the Amity Island Bait and Tackle, and that's at 28 Main Street, Amity Island. And this will give us 20% off the lures. And we got Kiesel's Bicycle Rental, and incidentally, he was the one that was complaining to Chief Brody about the fence. 20 Water Street, Amity Island. Offer expires on September 1st of 1975. 30 minutes free. And lastly, we've got Tashego, the hardware and sports goods. We got 5% off any purchase. 32 Main Street, Amity Island. You can see a picture of the whale. So these little coupons are a nice touch. And if you are vacationing on Amity Island, you want to send a postcard, you can pick one up at the souvenir stand. Amity Island welcomes you, and you can send it to your family members. I like that. Nice little touch. Let's see. Are these stickers? Yeah, it looks like these are stickers. New England, USR, Amity Island. Go in the water. Of course, after you see the movie Jaws, you may not want to go in the water. And we got another sticker here. This is the bait and tackle, Amity Island bait and tackle shop. You can see the shark. Nice. Alright, what do we got here? Killer Amity Beach Arcade, the shark. Killer shark. You guys remember we had actually seen the video of the shark being shot. It's another nice little touch. Yes, we got it. Visit us, Amity Town Beach, from May 1st to September 15th. And you know, guys, this makes me think of the arcade that was at Rocky Point Park. From a long time ago. The park is closed now, and I was actually thinking of doing a history of that for you guys. But I used to love the arcade. I love Space Invaders, and they had a wonderful Star Trek The Next Generation pinball machine that I just loved. And that's everything that's on that. And this is going to be fun, so check it out. This is the Amity Island tour guide from 1975. And it's got a map of the island. You open it up. Amity Shore, the Beach House Resort. Very soon an Amity Island, hub of the Northeast recreational vacation wonderland. Amity Shore Development, Vaughn's Reality, who incidentally is the mayor. Call now, 508-555-0121. And of course, 555 means that there is no number. And you can see the fictional island. The movie itself was filmed off Martha's Vineyard, but Amity Island is actually fictional. You can see the areas. You can see the West Lighthouse, Nantucket Bay, going up to the top at Cape Road, Eaglewood Cliffs going down to the South Bay, and we got the town beach on the eastern part of the island. You can see the Cable Junction, and we see more of Cable Junction in Jaws 2. Avril Island, Avril Bay, and the ferry crossing, Amity Point. So this is really cool. Alright. And the other side has the lighthouse, and it's got the life preserver. Alright, so when we open it up, we got... Nice, look at that. This is Amity Island. You can see we start on Market Street, Main Street, going down to Oak Lane, and we have Beach Street and Water Street and Dock Street, and we got Shipyard Way. And there's also a key where the numbers are. We have Amity Bank, the Country Store, Harborside Liquor Store, Watson's Drug Store, and we just have all of the locations, the businesses. This one should be interesting. Fisherman Museum is number 39, so let's find that. I can't seem to find 39. Oh, here it is. So, the Fisherman's Museum is on the corner of Beach Street and Colonial Lane. So that's pretty cool. You can see a dock. And we have more advertisements. Again, we got the bait shop. We've got the arcade, the photography studio, the bicycle rental. And look at, I like this. We've got Quint fishing charter. Love it. We've got the Amity Island souvenir shop. We've got Captain Dave's seafood restaurant. And on the other side, we have the Tashtego, the hardware store. We've got the drugstore, the tavern, CY's Delicious International Food. We've got the Amity Music Shop. And there it is, the Karate Studio, responsible for all the vandalism. And we have Vaughn's Reality, sales, rentals, and appraisal. And that is the tour guide. Love it. That's an awesome little piece. And let's see. Then we take out the the box cardboard insert. And we got the little stress shark. This is straight from the Amity Island souvenir shop. You can squeeze them to relieve your stress. And he's coming for you. Let's see. Dun 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 dun. Let's do that again. Dun 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 dun. He's gonna come up to get you. Yeah, it's kind of hard to be intimidated by him, but he's pretty cute. So he's a little stress reliever shark, and we've got a couple of pins. And this is you can wear to show that you visited Amity Island. Really nice. You can actually pin this to your clothes, and you put a little bit of politics in it. If you want to re-elect Larry Vaughn, he's going to be the mayor, running in 1975. Running for re-election. So I'm guessing that only residents of the island can actually vote, but those who want to re-elect Vaughn would wear this pin. Although he might not be popular because he is the one that wanted the beaches open, despite the shark attacks. Okay, so what do we got now? We've got beach closed by the order of Amity Police Department. Universal Studios. That's a nice little touch. And we got Quince. The little things that he was carving. Quince Charter, fishing charter, established in 1975 on Amity Island, Massachusetts. And I love that. That's the same picture that he had on, that was drawn on the blackboard. This shark, swallow you whole. Little shaking, little tenderizing, down you go. I love that. I love that picture. This is really cool. Quince. I actually have a shirt from Quince. And it looks like, I think this is it. Lastly, we have the towel. Let's open. Looks like it's vacuum sealed. All right, let's open it up. And again, this towel is exactly the billboard for the advertisement. I love it. You can see the lovely young lady with the sailboat in the background. And what I'm going to do is I'll put it out. That way there we can see the whole thing. And we put it out, you can see it's a pretty good size, well, regular beach towel. And again, you can see she's on the raft and she's enjoying, and maybe that's the regatta in the background. And we've got the sun showing you a nice, beautiful sunny day in Amity Island. Amity Island welcomes you. And we've got the 50th anniversary, or the annual regatta, from July 4th through July 10th. And unfortunately that was canceled. But this is pretty cool, and this was the last thing in the... And that, my friends, was the kit from the summer of 1975, Amity Island. And I hope you guys had as much fun going through it as I did. This was really fun. I love the movie Jaws. It's actually one of my favorite movies all time, and this was just amazing. This was so cool. I'm glad they did this. I had a really good time going through it, and I hope you did too. And until my next Jaws related videos, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.